And welcome back. This next area, you can first plot branch here. You can go down to the forest, which we'll eventually get to, or go up here to the Clocktower, which is what we're going to do. This area, there's a lot more going on than in that first area. First area was a little bit more straightforward. This actually is an up and down stage, and we'll be playing both the Ascent and Descent. And getting that clock will be a good idea. No other item is more helpful in this area than that. There's a holy water up ahead. Be careful not to get it. It'll make things harder for you. If you've never played this game, and you've played Symphony of the Night, this is actually the story that they're talking about in there. The conversation between Richter and Alucard. A little fun fact there. And the boss that you fight in the inverted tower, or in the inverted castle rather, are the characters from this particular game. And we're going to meet one fairly soon here. Let him walk away and get him. Make sure to get these guys, as I say, across the holes, because they will knock you in every single time if you try to jump at them, because they take 2 hits to kill. Gotta cross these pendulums here. There's 2. As we come into this area, there's some goodies down below. It helps to jump once there so you can get going around the edge. Careful though, you may launch yourself into the hole if you do it wrong. Make sure to get this guy before you jump over there, because he'll get you too. Takes 2 hits. Now in this area is where you'll want to use that clock. Yeah, you're able to stop the Medusa heads from approaching rather than having to defend yourself. Oh, well, I did that one wrong. Out of my way, you. They're avoidable, but it's a lot easier just to stop them with the clock. I took a little bit of damage there, but you can totally avoid damage there using the clock and timing it properly. Now there's a candle there. It works best if you get over to it before you try to attack it, because it will fall through the gear. That axe is extremely helpful for the boss, and you get a double shot there. Just have to be careful not to get the knife, I believe it is, later on. Or you can go ahead and keep your clock, which is extremely helpful here, again, because of the Medusa heads. I don't mind if I take a little bit of damage. I'm good with it. Oh, wow, he just saved me from dying. Or she, rather. Alright, I'm taking too much damage. I don't want to. Oh, they're really eating me up right now. Come on. There we go. That's a little bit of a tough jump. You can time it right. And you won't even have to ride that too much. Yeah, see, there's the knife. You don't want to get that. The chicken will fill us up most of the way. Oh, might help to get up there, huh? Alright, we're about to meet our second boss character. As I say, the axe is the most powerful weapon against him. He also has an axe of his own, as you can see. When he goes for the wall, you can get a couple of hits in before he knows you're coming. And down he goes. Fairly simple. Now there's something special about him. He's actually housing a kindred spirit. And we'll meet him in just a moment. His name is Grant Dynasty, or Dynasty. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. I go with Dynasty. And for the purpose of this, I'm going to take him with me. Am I alive? I'm Grant. That bastard turned me into... Everyone here died because of him. Please let me help. Would you like to accept a partner? Absolutely. Really? My speed and skills are now at your disposal. Or actually, that said service, but whatever. Oh, good, they're friends. Okay, there's a second part to this area, the descent of the Clocktower, which is a lot easier than the ascent, because you can skip a good bit of it. Due to the abilities Grant has, if you press select, you can become Grant. And he has some abilities of his boss counterpart. He can climb on walls, just as he did. You just have to hold on to the direction when you jump, and you can move around, crawl around, all kinds of stuff. He has a very high jump, but as you saw right there, he hits his head on blocks, so you have to be careful with that. Another feature that Grant has is that he throws his knives in Akumajou Densetsu, as opposed to in Dracula's Curse, where all he did was brandish his knife, and it doesn't cost any hearts to do that. So essentially he has two sub-weapons in this version. But here you can just miss all this stuff. See there, watch out for those spikes. You don't want to do that wrong, because they will get you. Oh, I took damage there. It happens sometimes. So now he's got two axes. Now he will hit his head right there on that if you try to jump through there. So what you do is come up here, drop down, latch on and go, or change to Trevor. Here's a nifty little trick with Grant. You jump up and latch onto the wall. We free up a 1-up, and we get out of here just the same way. There's a lot of shortcuts that Grant can take because of the fact that he can climb, such as that right there. Oh, taking damage. Oop. Oh, he missed me. That's great. Alright, down we go. When you reach the bottom, you have to make sure to take the stairs. But if there's not a bottom, falling won't hurt you, like we saw earlier. But he's in there again. You can skip that little part by dropping down. I didn't mention that, I just did it. And over the pendulum again. You don't need the second one. He can jump really far too, so you don't got to worry about that guy. Come on. Now it's really smart to change to Trevor, or rather Ralph here, because that guy is a pain in the butt. Here you'll have to climb here, or he'll hit his head and fall into the hole. And you can skip quite a bit of the area if you do that. Make sure to take these stairs though. Now here's something you can do with Grant. Let's see if I can do it. Just drop off and get that, because if you cross over by taking the stairs, once you reach the bottom of the stairs, it'll end the level. And that's the descent of the Clocktower. And we've got our character, Grant. And we will continue on to the next area, which is of course the forest. And we'll be back